Thank you very much to Samsung for sponsoring this episode. As you can see, I've got the Samsung Bespoke 4-door French door fridge, and I absolutely love it. You're gonna be seeing a lot of it in the What the Fridge episodes. Of course, it's What the Fridge. It's a fridge. It's the name of the show. With Samsung, you can customize your fridge panels just like these. It's super easy to do. The whole process took me about 15 minutes. And if I ever want to change the design, I can always order a new one because the panels are super easy to swap out. Head to the link in the video description to create your own My Bespoke panels for your bespoke refrigerator. You know what I was thinking about in the shower this morning was if we did like in Beauty and the Beast, when the first musical number where all the French people are popping out of their windows and saying bonjour, bonjour. And I was imagining doing that, but you just cut around to me popping out from behind different things, but cut it to the same pace. So it's like bonjour, 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 bonjour.
I like that.
Wait, for what is this for?
To say hello. Because I want you guys to be my guest.
Yeah.
That's a different song.
Yeah, but yeah. Welcome back to What the Fridge? The show where we look inside of the fridge, see what's in there, make something. It's a universal experience. We've all done it. We've all been there. We've looked in the fridge, we're like, what do I make in this fridge? And then you make something. And that's what we're gonna do here. Folks, I have been waiting very patiently to do this. We have some film on these doors, ripe for the peeling. And I've been waiting to do it for quite some time. And the time is finally here. Need a better grip. Oh, yeah. Straight down, that's the key, gotta go down. Oh my God. Oh, who needs drugs?
Whoa.
Right? Our cup runneth over. Just did a chicken leftovers episode, so we have all different manner of chicken soups, chicken pot pie filling. Could make a chicken pot pie feels a little cop-out like, so maybe I'll find something a little more creative, adventurous, harder to do, worth watching. Let's see, we got some hot dog buns, which means that perhaps there's some hot dogs. Yep. All right, we got some hot dogs. Mozzarella cheese sticks.
I see where this is going.
Where?
We could just eat cheese and hot dogs.
Yeah. We have some ground beef. Could make a burger. Got a couple different cheese options here, some older aged stuff like your Parmesans, your Romanos, Philadelphia cream cheese. Expires October 24th. This is still good. I could make like cream cheese centric dish. Sausage casings. Okay. I could make some kind of sausage. There's the ground beef. I could do like a beef sausage of some kind. I'm gonna check the freezer. Okay. Coffee. Chilies. Ooh, a bunch of little bird's eye chilies. That could be fun for something. Ground pork. Ground pork. Could I do a pork sausage of some kind? I could do like dumplings. I could do, because there's the chilies. Are there chives? Are there scallions? Scallions. I don't have dumpling wrappers though. What can I do with this? I think I got it. All right, this is a little out there. This is a little wild. Ground pork, so we're in pot sticker land, but I don't have dumpling wrappers. But what gave me an idea is the hotted dogs. So what if, bear with me here, corn dogs, okay? But instead of the hot dogs, I were to make a pot sticker flavored sausage with this ground pork. And then instead of corn batter, I were to do like a scallion pancake batter. The look on Nico's face confirms it's a good idea. See, he did here, I'll do an impression. Universally recognized as, Strewn before you are the ingredients for the pork filling for pot stickers. So we're doing like a scallion pancake pot sticker corn dog. That is gonna be hard video to title. Whatever title you're seeing down here right now, I truly wonder what it is. Let's get started. Pork, pounds worth. I'm gonna do 1 whole scallion going into the pork mixture. I'm gonna grate some lemongrass in there. This is not a typical inclusion, but we have some, and it's probably gonna taste really good. Flying economy, because microplane. We do not have any cabbage, so that's gonna be the one major omission here, but I think that I would leave that out even if we didn't have any. I would still leave it out, okay? It's not because we don't have any. It's because I don't want it. So I'm gonna grate this ginger in there. Again, solid inch. I mean, inches mean different things to different people. An inch of ginger is different than an inch of lemongrass. I mean, for God's sake, look at the difference in thickness, okay? It's not the length that matters, it's the girth when it comes to grating stuff. Sorry. So let's get some carrots in there. This I am gonna use a peeler for because, well, it'll just feel weird not to. It's a carrot. Am I right, fellas? Carrots in, gotta do garlic. We got a whole head of garlic, just kind of press her down on the table like that. Don't have to do it head down, just there we go. And look, just everything just comes right apart. As if by design. Take that, atheists. Egg, whack, crack. That was cool. I should have beaten it before I put it there. Damn it! This is toasted sesame oil. Tablespoon, dark soy sauce, eyeball a tablespoon. 1 tablespoon of mirin. And salt, pepper. So, I don't know if when I form this onto the stick and then batter it and fry it, I don't know if it's gonna be exposed to enough heat for long enough to cook the sausage. So, I'm going to do both. I'm gonna pack some onto some sticks and just leave them raw. And I'm gonna maybe throw them in the freezer, firm them up a little bit before dunking them. And then the other ones I'm gonna bake so that they're pre-cooked, kind of like every other corn dog. You usually use a pre-cooked sausage, and none of us will get botulism. Here we go, meats on a sticks. I'm gonna bake these probably for, if I guess, 10 to 15 to 20 minutes. We'll see. Come on, give me a break. 15 to 20 minutes to cook that much sausage through?
I roasted sausages the other day at 425 for 40 minutes.
I did not roast sausages the other day, so clearly I am not in any position of advantage in this debate, and I will cede to you entirely. These are gonna go into the oven for about 3 hours, and then I'm just gonna throw them away and eat the raw meat. Okay, now I'm also going to do 4 more. These I'm going to shove in the freezer for about half hour because I don't want them to freeze fully, but I want them to firm up to the point where if I dip them in a thick pancake batter, they don't slough off like yesterday's news. Dipping sauce. This is quite simple. 2 parts soy sauce to 1 part vinegar, and then we got a tablespoon of sugar, our little nubbin of ginger, scallions, and sesame oil. Tablespoon of this stuff. I'm also going to add, I have this chili crisp seasoning, which is like chili crisp, minus the oil. These have been going for about 13 and a half minutes, significantly shorter than somebody postulated. I didn't say anything. I did. We'll now formulate our pancake mixture. So what I'm doing for the pancake batter is I'm taking our pancake recipe, just like normal pancakes, not scallion pancakes, because that's the consistency I want, but I want to basically take away some of the sweetness and add some of the scallion pancake flavors. First, the dry ingredients. 10 ounces of flour, all purpose, whisked together with. Normally we add 3 tablespoons of sugar at this point, but I'm just going to do 1 tablespoon because I don't want these to be too sweet. Half teaspoon of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of kosher salt.
What about Himalayan rock salt?
Don't get me started on Himalayan rock salt. Don't. On to the wets. We're looking at 2 large eggs. A 1/4 cup of vegetable oil is normally what we do, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna substitute half of that with sesame oil. Again, bringing the flavors while keeping the recipe pretty much the same. 1½ cups of whole milk. I'm going to beat these together into a homogeneous mixture. And it wouldn't be scallion pancakes without scallions. All right, so I'm gonna add the scallions to the wet ingredients. Wets to the dries as prophesied. And I'm just gonna gently whisk these together. Pancake batter can and should be a little lumpy. And then, like I mentioned before, we have some dogs. I don't know what to call these things. We have some sticks that are fully cooked. And I think those are gonna work. And we have some that are raw, but have been frozen to a state of stiffness. I'm gonna start with those because I don't think they're gonna work. And that's how good television is made, by starting with the bad thing and concluding with the good thing. To dip, the best way to get batter onto a corn dog is with the old faithful Tom Collins glass. This is good practice to lightly coat whatever this is in cornstarch. Especially if you're using like a straight up hot dog, it's got no grip. This basically creates a textured surface upon which the batter can stick. Okay, here we go. Okay, it's sunk to the bottom like a stone. It sounds like, see, this sounds like fried chicken to me because towards the end of cooking fried chicken, all these juices have built up underneath the crust and they start leaking out. That's basically water, moisture that's hitting the oil that's like bubbling quickly to the surface. And it's scary and I don't like it. All right, I'm pulling it, it's time. Okay, I'm gonna poke it. Yeah, I think that's done.
That is juicy.
It is juicy. One might say far too juicy because it ruined the texture of the inside of the pancake. It's like kind of gummy. Yeah, this doesn't work. It tastes good though. That's what you want to see. Ugh. Samsung's not paying me extra to say this. This is just the coolest feature I've ever seen in the fridge world. And I've seen my fair share of fridge features. This is a pitcher that you put in the door and it automatically fills as soon as you put it in the door. You ever heard of you kill it, you fill it? You ever grow up with one of those filtered water jugs in your fridge and it would cause unending familial turmoil because somebody would drink down to this point and be like, I'll just put it back in the fridge. And then you get in trouble for it, even though you didn't do that, your brother did it. And it does have an infuser. It's this thing right here. You fill this up with cucumbers, with mint, lemons, limes, hot dogs. I just love that it automatically fills as soon as you put it in the door. You never have to worry about it again. Samsung, innovating still. Straight out of the batter, gently, carefully, into the oil. I'm gonna do more than one here because I don't want to have just one corn dog to show for all my efforts. Yeah, these are all floating. The other one didn't float. It's got to be because of the sausage, which is great because when they sit on the bottom of the oil, they hit the direct heat of the bottom of the pan. So now they're floating like angels and are gonna come out much more evenly cooked. Kids, right? They grow up so fast. Okay, we have our pot sticker scallion pancake corn dogs that I think invented. I don't think this has been done before. I don't want to speak out of turn, but I can't imagine that this has been done before. Maybe with good reason. Let's find out. It's really good. I wish that the corn dog element were like crispier, but it's like a scallion pancake. The scallion pancakes have a good chew to them. It's got like a nice chew. Okay. That's good. I don't care who you are. That's good. Yeah, let's go get the taste testers.
Yeah, dude. You know what this looks like? It looks like a breakfast corn dog, but with like blueberries in it.
Oh, it does look like a
Yeah,
pancake.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are the best, dude.
Throw it one
Dig
day.
in, boys.
Cheers.
Cheers again.
The texture of the coating is really nice.
Oh, see, like I was worried. I wanted it to be light and crisp, but it's actually kind of chewy, like a scallion pancake. So I'm not mad at it.
Freestyle scallion pancake thing going on.
Whoa,
It's
whoa.
really tasty. Aesthetically, it's pleasing as well.
It just poured right through. Oh my God. Bonus feature.
Oh, you can drink it. It's like a straw.
That's so awful.
Really good.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you so much.
Well, we need some for Nico too. Thank you guys for coming. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Like it now.
I just got back from Asia.
Thanks for. I'm definitely in trouble now. That's great. Well, what's in the fridge? Scallion pancake, pot sticker, corn dogs. Make them? Thanks again to Samsung for sponsoring this episode. As you can see, I was able to customize my panels on my bespoke refrigerator. Just have to go to the Samsung website, pick which panels you want to customize, and then I added the Babish logo on both the doors. You can also add photos that cover both doors if you want to bring one of your favorite memories into the kitchen. I've been really happy with this fridge, and I love knowing that if my kitchen style ever changes, I can swap out the panels easy peasy. Head to the link in the video description to create your own My Bespoke panels for your bespoke Samsung refrigerator.